Hello, everyone, and welcome back into another episode of The Three View. Today, we are joined by Sheridan Hawks head coach JJ Santagata. How's it going today?
Good. Thank you for having me on. Excited to get going here, and guys are showing up shortly as we're speaking, actually.
Oh, awesome. So, we'll just kind of jump right on into things. So, last season was your first year in Sheridan. What was your biggest takeaway from year one?
Yeah, so I was the assistant coach actually in 22, 23, and then last year was my first as the head coach. So, yeah, I mean, the biggest takeaway really for me as the head coach was just focusing on the process. We can get caught up in like thinking big picture and looking forward to games or looking forward to months and what we got on the calendar. So, big thing for us is not getting too focused on like the big picture and just focusing on, just small little goals throughout the year, just keeping it month by month, taking it step by step, day by day.
Absolutely. So, as we look at the crowds that you guys get in Sheridan, you have decent crowds come out to your games every night. Talk about the community support that you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest reason I've chosen Sheridan for 3 seasons now is because of, the community and the sport that we have. Like we just had a golf outing that brought in 33 teams. We had a bunch of sponsors, a bunch of great raffles and giveaways, and just, talking to a lot of people that were golfing. Everyone's very giddy and happy about their junior team. They support us, tenfold. So we really, without them, we don't have this team, this backing, this community to really, help us recruit players. I think a big thing for me when I recruit guys is you're coming into a community that's going to support you, and you're going to
Mhm.
show up every single night on a Friday or Saturday home game, and you're going to have 600, 700, 800 fans in the building. So that's a big thing for our guys. And without this community, I really don't think I see myself here for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a unique experience when you look at some other teams. So it's awesome that you can use that as a selling point.
Yeah.
And as we look at your team for this upcoming year, you've tendered a decent amount of new players. Talk about the rebuild that you're planning in Sheridan.
Yeah, we're definitely excited about a lot of new guys coming in. It's for us and for me personally, like I started this recruitment process in November of 2024. I hired a couple of scouts, and just big thing for me was getting eyes on the ground, and then, just reaching out to, contacts that I have in AAA, Minnesota high school, and just really trying to bring in not just like the best players necessarily, but guys that are
Hmm.
high character, guys that want to compete, guys that want to win. So we're really excited about a lot of new guys we got coming in. I really think they're going to help push the pace of play, the culture, and just really help us get back into the winning column and in the playoffs this year, hopefully.
And as we look at your returners, who do you plan on coming back this year and being leaders both on and off the ice?
Yeah, I think every single one of our returners was kind of chosen to come back. We could have definitely had upwards of 15 guys come back this year, but me, myself personally, we kind of tried to pick the right guys to come back. So, I'm excited about every single one of our returners coming back this year. I think every single one of them are going to play a unique role on this team, whether it's
Hmm.
on the ice, game and gameplay and production, or off the ice leadership. A big one for me is Kiefer Dunham. He's just a natural leader, one of the hardest working guys in the room, one of the guys that everyone gravitates to. And, when he speaks, everyone's going to kind of listen and kind of pucker up and be like, all right, we got to take this guy serious. He knows what he's talking about. Another big one is Daniel Sheldon, just a really competitive, fiery guy that wants to win, wants to drive the pace of play, is going to get in your face, is going to push you in practice. And then another big one for us is Josh Serino. We got him towards the end of last year. He was a
Hmm.
big piece of our team last year. So, having him for a full year is definitely going to play a big role in our team.
And when we look at the Frontier division, you guys sent two teams to the Fraser Cup this year. Talk about the tough division that you play in.
Yeah, I think, obviously, like the Frontier is probably one of, if not the toughest divisions in the NA3 when you're
Hmm.
sending teams constantly to the Fraser Cup. Like Gillette, Helena have been there back to back years, whether it's one or two teams, and they're
Right.
always pushing the pace of play, playing in the Fraser Cup, trying to win it. So we know when we recruit, we're going to have to recruit guys that are going to be able to beat teams like that. And, not even just Helena and Gillette. Like you got Great Falls, that's a very good team, Badlands,
Hmm.
Butte. Like all those teams are really, high competitive teams that are going to recruit hard. They're going to have bodies there. They're going to be in your face every single night. So that's what the Frontier is. We know what we're getting every single night. It's not just going to be a cakewalk every game. Like you're going to have to fight and claw every single win.
Right, absolutely. And when you look at this upcoming year, what's going to be the biggest key to qualify for the Fraser Cup playoffs this year?
Yeah, for us, like looking back at last year, and it's a big focal point for me and the team this year, is just getting off to a quick start. We started extremely slow last year, and then, right around the showcase time, we started to pick it up. And, we found ourselves just above 500 the last 3 months of the year, but it just wasn't good
Hmm.
enough to get us into that playoffs. So if we just start a little bit quicker, take it month by month, don't think big picture, just focus on who we have in front of us that weekend and just, come off to a quicker start this year, I think we'll be more successful. And, the big thing is just making sure that guys are happy here every single day and just making sure that they love coming to the rink. They're fighting for something every single day. And it's not just going to be, come in being complacent. We want our guys to come in and compete every single day. So, big thing for us is starting slow, not starting slow, getting off to a quick start, enjoying our time here and just, cherishing the moment at the end of the day.
Yeah. And the season's only a few short weeks away here. Do you have any dates circled on your calendar in particular?
Um, Obviously Gillette's a big one for us. That's our first home game. So September
Hmm.
14th is our first like official home game of the year. I think that's actually our only home game in September. So, we usually play like a heavy road schedule in the first half of the year. And then towards the end of the year, we get into the road. But Gillette's definitely obviously a big one that we look at. We kind of towards the end of the year took them to a shootout, 2-1 loss. So, that's definitely fresh in my brain still. And, the three
Right.
years that I've been here, we haven't been able to beat them once. So Gillette's definitely on our calendar. And I know every team like we play against is going to be on our calendar too, but definitely Gillette holds some weight and some, competitiveness. And we definitely want to take them down this year.
Definitely. Well, good luck this upcoming season and thank you so much for hopping on today.
Yeah, thank you.